to our channel. Before we get started today, I want to remind you about our contest we have going on that you can win a signed copy of Edge of the Veil if you subscribe to our channel and fill out a really simple Google form. It's just your YouTube username and your email so that we can contact you if you win. So all the details for that will be down below. So make sure you do that if you haven't already. Today we're going to talk about our most popular story at this moment, which is Spellbound. It is the winner of the NaNoWriMo contest from Wattpad Stars, and we just had our first 2 meetings with folks from Wattpad HQ, which was really exciting. So we've got a lot to think about as far as revising and things to change and things to tweak, but what we wanted to talk about was why Spellbound has garnered the popularity that it has. How did we get it to go from 4K reads to 200,000 in like a month and a half?
Yeah.
So we kind of dissected it ourselves to see, it was on the homepage. It won a contest, but there's more to it than that because other people were on that reading list as well, and ours like shot through the roof. So why?
Well, and that's
what we're going to discuss today.
That's true too with even people looking at Editor's Choice. There are stories that hit Editor's Choice that if you're kind of, an analytic fanatic like me, then you're looking at how all those stories are moving along and which ones are really garnering popularity. And the funny thing is that we did everything we've been preaching on this channel. We did those things and it's really paid off. So we're going to go through them and you're going to get to see how they worked with Spellbound.
First and foremost, we have the cover. We have done entire videos on the importance of a cover, and we took all of our own advice to heart when creating the cover for Spellbound. As you can see, it is sexy. It just is. Sex sells. It just does. We figured that out from the very beginning. It's going to catch people's eyes. We've even confirmed that with Wattpad.
My ego got a little inflated through that. Was like, this cover is, I was like, yes.
Yeah. Well, one of the people who work hand in hand with paid stories tells you that your cover may not even need to be changed.
Yeah, it's that good.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
Pat you on the back for sure. So the sexy cover shows that there will be mature content within the book without being trashy. I don't like trashy romance novel covers with like the
old Harlequin ones. Yes.
Dude. Yeah. I don't really like those. I think those are super cheesy. This one, along with our other books in the same sort of genre, is sexy without being trashy. It shows the contents that are going to be inside the book. It has a clear title. It's bright. You can see it. It's in an easy to read font, and it has a paranormal feel. It's, you're looking through the keyhole. It's got the little sparkly thing. So the cover completely encompasses everything that we want you to know about the book before you even pick it up.
Yeah. I mean, it is your first form of marketing, and I think we did a phenomenal job making sure that we caught people's attention, especially those that love the romantic genre. The next thing we made sure to do was it had to deal with our blurb, because we know you look at the cover and what's the next thing they're going to look at? They're going to look at the summary. What is this story all about? Because as much as people hate tropes or cliches, whatever you want to call them, the fact of the matter is people return to those tropes. They're popular for a reason. Our trope is the twin brothers. Who doesn't want to read a book with sexy twin brothers in there? So we made sure to put that part in the blurb. It wasn't just that they're ghostly brothers, but they're actually good-looking twin brothers that are haunting this hotel.
The next thing we want to talk about is the hook. If you don't have a good story hook, people are going to put your book down. Our hook starts right there at the very beginning. We don't go through any of the normal day-to-day crap. We just start with, they left the hotel to who?
Yeah.
And then family drama
ensues.
Yes. Like we don't waste time with, small talk or overly describing the scene. That's not what's important at the moment. The thing that's important at the moment is the drama, and that's the hook, and it works.
The fourth thing that we think really contributed to the success of Spellbound is the chapter length. I know we kind of all set out with the idea that it's going to be a novel, and that's fine. I've done stories where I've written them in a novel format where a chapter is 4,000 words long, but that does not work for Wattpad. That doesn't mean that you should cut corners to make it work. What that means is if you need to find where is going to be the breaking point. Can you get a breaking point in there to keep your chapters around 1,500 to 2,000 words? That's really important. Wattpad's kind of the world of ADD readers when you really think about it. It's so easy to move on to something else. So how am I going to keep you hooked? Part of that is to keep you flipping to the next chapter.
Another thing we did that I think is so important is making our main character relatable with flaws. You know, we're writing about people, so that's one thing that we did for sure. Because one thing that I've been criticized for in the past were making my MCs too perfect, which I've gotten out of that habit because it's not realistic. So that's one thing you definitely need to do, because if you don't, it's going to get on people's nerves. So you need to have your main character have some flaws. She or he does not need to be perfect.
Well, and usually it's the flaws that we in a character that we feel ourselves really connecting to. Gemma's, where she, you know, is a little flaky when it comes to committing to things. Those things are relatable to readers. A perfect character is just not relatable. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. The characters shouldn't be perfect.
So these are the things that we did, that we worked really hard on to make sure that readers would want to continue reading our story. So you might say, okay, great. Those are great pieces of advice. Awesome. But I can't even think of what to write about. That's something we get asked often. How do you get your ideas? Where do your ideas come from? And there are several answers to that question depending on the book. But this one is my favorite way of coming up with an idea, which is by experience. No, we did not meet two hot twin brothers at a hotel. That did not happen. But we did go to a haunted hotel. And after we got back from that trip, we kept thinking about like how cool the atmosphere was.
Yeah.
And like, that would be a really great place to tell a story. And then we just started thinking about
you
all
literally turned on a
like,
voice memo like early in the morning, and you're like, oh, I started spouting these things, and then you started spouting, and you're like, oh my God, we're never going to remember this. And you turned on a voice memo, and we had this voice memo to remember this by. If you're still kind of lost and you don't feel like you have enough experiences, you're not going places because, you know, we're in the middle of a pandemic, don't worry. I'm going to flash up here somewhere. You know how it goes. Up there will be the link to a video we did sharing with you guys some of the great ways that we come up with our story ideas. So there you have it. That's the 5 things that we did that won us a competition and 200,000 reads in the matter of 6 weeks. I'm telling you guys, it works. You have to follow these steps. This is all part of a Wattpad formula that just works for Wattpad readers. Always remember, there are more readers on Wattpad than writers. Your readers are out there. You just have to do the right things to bring them in to start reading your story. And these are some great ways to start.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up if you liked this video, and don't forget to enter the contest.
If you want to go check out Spellbound, I'm telling you guys, it's not perfect yet, and we're still working on some things. There are little flaws in it, but the formula is there. And if you want to go see what that formula looks like, go check out Spellbound on Wattpad on our profile at Crystal and Felicity.
And as always, write what you love.